Have you ever wondered what really happens every time you send a transaction on a blockchain? Because beneath that simple send button lies an intense, invisible game, one where traders, bots, and even validators fight for profit. And sometimes that profit comes directly out of your pocket. This hidden competition is called MEV, short for Maximal Extractable Value, and it's one of the most fascinating, controversial, and misunderstood parts of blockchain technology. If you've ever noticed your gas fees suddenly spiking, or your transaction mysteriously failing, or your trade executing at a worse price than expected, there's a good chance MEV is the reason. Welcome to the channel, your home for clear, story-driven crypto education. In today's video, we'll break down exactly what MEV is, how it works, the good and bad sides of it, and what solutions developers are building to protect users like you. By the end of this video, you'll understand how MEV quietly influences nearly every blockchain transaction, and how the industry is fighting back. Puzzle piece: what exactly is MEV? Let's start from the top. When you send a transaction on a blockchain like Ethereum, that transaction doesn't immediately get written into the blockchain. Instead, it first goes into a temporary waiting area called the mempool, short for memory pool. Think of the mempool like a lobby full of transactions waiting to be picked up by validators. Validators decide which transactions to include in the next block, and in what order. Now here's the catch. They usually prioritize the transactions that pay the highest gas fees first. But because they control the order, they also have a powerful opportunity, the ability to reorder transactions in a way that extracts extra profit. That's the core of Maximal Extractable Value. Originally, it was called Miner Extractable Value back when Ethereum used proof of work, because miners were the ones deciding transaction order. But after Ethereum transitioned to proof of stake in 2022, the term evolved, because now it's not just miners but validators, searchers, and bots who can extract value through this process. As you can imagine, not all MEV activity is good for users. Some tactics can cause regular people, like you and me, to lose money without even realizing it. Let's go over a few of the most common MEV strategies, starting with one of the nastiest: front running. Imagine you're at an auction bidding on a rare collectible. Right before your bid goes through, someone sees what you're about to offer, jumps in, bids just a little higher, and wins. That's front running. On the blockchain, bots constantly scan the mempool looking for big or profitable trades, like swaps on decentralized exchanges. When they spot one, they rush to submit their own transaction just ahead of yours, using slightly higher gas fees to get priority. The result? They profit while you pay more or get a worse deal. The reverse tactic is called backrunning, where a bot waits for a big trade to go through and immediately places its own transaction after it to profit from the resulting price movement. Combine both tactics and you get the infamous sandwich attack. In this case, a bot sees your large trade coming, buys the token right before you, lets your transaction push the price up, and then immediately sells it after, pocketing the difference. You end up paying more while the bot walks away with an easy profit. What is slippage and how it protects you? To understand how to protect yourself from these attacks, we need to talk about slippage. Slippage is the difference between the expected price of your trade and the actual price you get once the transaction is finalized. In fast-moving markets, or when MEV bots are actively manipulating prices, this difference can be huge. To protect against this, most decentralized exchanges, DEXs, let you set a slippage tolerance, the maximum percentage change in price you're willing to accept before your trade is canceled. For example, if you set a 1% slippage limit, your trade will automatically fail if the price moves more than 1%. This feature prevents you from overpaying in situations like sandwich attacks or flash loan manipulations. Here's where things get interesting: MEV itself isn't inherently evil. Some forms of MEV actually help the blockchain ecosystem function smoothly. Take arbitrage for example. This happens when a bot spots a price difference between two exchanges. Say ETH is slightly cheaper on Uniswap than on SushiSwap, and executes trades to bring those prices back in line. While the bot makes a small profit, it also helps keep prices consistent across the entire market. That's a win-win. So the challenge isn't to eliminate MEV completely, it's to separate the harmful types from the helpful ones, and design systems that encourage fair play. Over the years, developers have proposed several ways to reduce harmful MEV. Let's look at some of the most popular approaches. 1. Private mempools. These are systems where transactions are hidden until they're confirmed. This prevents bots from seeing and front-running your trades. However, it doesn't completely stop validators themselves from reordering transactions internally. 2. Fair sequencing. This approach enforces a first-come, first-served rule for transactions, or uses cryptographic randomness to determine their order. It stops front-running entirely, but also removes beneficial MEV like arbitrage and liquidation bots, which some DeFi systems actually rely on. 3. Block space auctions. Instead of letting validators secretly profit from reordering, these systems create open auctions where searchers can publicly bid for block space. The highest bidder wins priority in a transparent, structured way. This makes MEV extraction fairer, but critics say it could still favor the wealthy, since those with the most capital can always outbid smaller players. So, is MEV here to stay? Extended version. At its core, MEV is an unavoidable part of how blockchains work. It's baked into the system, a direct result of openness and transparency. Every transaction on a public blockchain is visible to everyone before it's confirmed, and someone always has to decide the order in which those transactions are added to the chain. And wherever there's visibility and ordering power, there will always be opportunities for MEV. You can think of it like the physics of blockchain. Just like gravity in the real world, it's not something you can completely remove. You can only learn to work with it, minimize its downsides, and even use it for good. That's exactly what developers and researchers are doing today. They're building smarter, fairer systems that make MEV extraction less harmful and more transparent. We've already seen solutions like slippage protections and TWAP mechanisms help everyday users avoid losing money to bots. And new infrastructure, like MEV Boost, Flashbots Protect, and private mempools, are trying to give regular users and smaller validators a fairer playing field. In a way, the industry is slowly shifting from the Wild West of hidden MEV battles to a more open, structured economy, where MEV is treated not as a flaw, but as a market to be managed. We're also seeing new blockchain designs that rethink the idea of transaction ordering altogether. Projects like Aptos, Sway, and Say are experimenting with parallel execution and fair sequencing, aiming to make front-running nearly impossible at the protocol level. Others are exploring encrypted mempools, where transactions remain private until they're confirmed, cutting off bots from the information they rely on. But even with all these innovations, one truth remains: you can't eliminate MEV, only control it. It's part of the trade-off that makes blockchains decentralized and transparent. If you want a world where no single entity controls the ledger, then everyone, from honest traders to opportunistic bots, gets access to the same information. And some will always find creative ways to profit from that information. What we can do is make sure those profits don't come at the expense of regular users. That's where the future of MEV research is heading, creating systems that reward fair behavior, share profits among validators and stackers, and protect those who just want to make a simple trade without getting sandwiched or front-run. So next time you make a transaction and notice your gas fees jump, or your trade takes a bit longer to go through, remember this: there's an invisible economy operating behind the scenes, a constant tug-of-war of algorithms, validators, and incentives. It's not always fair, but it's what keeps the blockchain alive, constantly adjusting, constantly evolving. And that invisible force has a name: MEV. To wrap up, MEV is like the shadow market of blockchain, invisible to most users but incredibly powerful. It can hurt traders through front-running and sandwich attacks, or help ecosystems through arbitrage and efficiency. Different blockchains are experimenting with different ways to handle it, but there's no one-size-fits-all fix yet. Still, progress is being made, and every day developers are fighting to make the blockchain a fairer, more transparent space for everyone. If you found this explanation helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives like this, and let me know in the comments what blockchain you think is handling MEV the best right now. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.